Hello and welcome back to Fetch the Pie. We are going past the point of no return. We've got everything. As long as we have enough health to make progress, we are good. Vincent stepped onto the platform and the pair rode into the far end of the cavern. The Pie Fort Scout navigated the tunnels in silence while Vincent thought carefully about what kinds of scenarios might take place when they arrived. He concluded that he simply had no way of knowing what further kinds of defenses the fort had available, but he might at least be able to guesstimate how many citizens the fort held when he arrived. Soon, the pair exited a tunnel and found their destination. Whoa. Remember, let me handle the introductions. I've disabled most of the conference room traps, but we will need to stall for a bit of time until my breakthrough is ready. If they try to activate the traps too early, then they'll realize the ruse too quickly. That's fine, I won't interfere. Party of 2. Password. Credenza. Show me your ID cards. Alright, welcome to the Pie Fort. Make your final approach. Well, good thing we didn't need that equipped. That would have been kind of silly and pointless, to be honest, but good luck. Alright, we are in the 10th level. Okay, we do get some health to start out. Steel Knight. So we need, we're on a times 10 multiplier now, so we need 4 more attack gems for those to be cheaper. Okay, well that's looking better already. How much were those each? 2,000? Yeah. 10 times multiplier. It's pretty nice. Yeah, and those won't be free. Not even close, but we can get them down to 1,200, which is still significant. Please put your sword away, so we can have a discussion. Fine. Let us begin. Our guest here is... My name is Vincent Trisman. You came beneath to find out exactly what kind of conspiracy is going on down here. No, you didn't. You came down for a pie. Any organization hiding like this deserves an independent investigation. I've asked your employees very politely about what's going on, and to let me have a better look at the facilities. We're not really playing along here, are we? But they've all refused to move unless I cut them down. I'm not interested in killing anyone else. You can just open your doors. We are a research institution working on several secret projects. A bakery, if you will. We are researching methods to defend towns and villages from incoming armies. We were hoping snoops like you wouldn't get this far. But this all has to stop here. We don't want any more of our staff or prized scientists to die. We're prepared to give you a generous retirement, should you choose to leave this facility. That does sound pretty good. I was thinking about retiring soon. Alert, alert! Archery Brigade under attack by Rogue Scout. Agent seems to be one of our own. Scramble all base defenses. Go into immediate lockdown. Scarpations, run! I don't know who's right here, but I can't have everyone running around like this. Madness. I've got to get to the inner sanctum and knock some sense into these morons. Then I'll see what the true mystery of the Pie Fort is. I mean, to be fair, they've just kind of been doing their own thing, and you're the intruder here, Vincent. Okay, so we do have an inventory square. And the Opticons. Well, 400 or a yellow key. Might as well. Seems like a good trade to me. We've got the keys, might as well use them. I mean, we've got the health too. General alert, 3 enemies are inside the pie fort. 1 rogue agent is on the balcony. Another rogue agent is chasing the founders on the east side. And an outsider has broken conference containment. All hands on deck, all hands on deck. Everyone panic. Okay. 1 more attack gem for half off of the spiders. That seems pretty good. Let's hold off on that. Patrol eye. Okay, these are the ones that wake up. Free from behind. Well, we'll do everything we can that doesn't involve... oh, okay. Cortex. There's an uprated brain in here. Thinking, I don't remember the Slime Man being that scary. Alright, well there's an attack gem for us. Now, Opticons could be cheaper soon. But so could a lot of things. Huh, I guess they're disabled. Or don't have movement commands or something. Well, we'll open them in case we really want that 150 Greckles that they're holding. Okay, Slicer guards, and that's about as good as it's gonna get, huh? Mist would technically be cheaper. Okay, Jade Golem won't be cheaper. I mean, it's just keys. Okay, here's a blue door. Alright, well, we'll do the usual, going for every single bit of attack we can. We're saving 400 by doing that. Have to do this. Spend to skip, I guess. It just makes sense to do all of that. Alright, and that made a difference on something. On the Opticons, I believe. Well, 1 more for Poison Mist. Since we just hit Opticon. Oh, you're still... Maybe not. Steel Knight's a bit expensive. Alright, well, we have to do some scouting. Okay, there's a blue key. Also, Worm Smiter. Are these the same thing? 120 metal, strong against worm. 120 metal, strong against worm. Okay, so just in case I didn't have it, I guess. Okay, Brained Opticon. Some good stuff in there. Okay, there's another blue key, but nothing else in that room. We can definitely make you cheaper before coming through here. Okay. Blue key for an attack gem. Interesting. Two attack gems up there. Right, puzzle to get the mirror onto the plate without ever hitting the orb. Reverse mimic kind of thing. Okay, yep, that's a puzzle room as well. Another blue key. Ah, 5 blue keys required for that, huh? The legendary, really big sword. Wow, it's, really big. With this, I could do some incredible damage. Alright, how much of an upgrade is that? 100 attack. Alright, is there anything else I can explore before I reload? I guess... okay, we can go that way. It doesn't actually help us. This isn't a toggle, right? Nope, just a close. 3 greens. Protect conference room. Radium golem, sure. Protect conference room. Well, there's a green key. Or blue key, even. Okay, one last mystery. If I look at this... Yeah, okay. We're not actually spending a blue key on that. So I need to take everything else out without killing you, basically. Easy enough. Okay. So, with all of that... what path do I actually want to take here? +4. I mean, there is this blue key, which is presumably worth doing. That's just a key, so there's no reason to go up there yet. It might actually be worth going through the Steel Knight. I know we could make him cheaper, but that way lies a really big sword, which is plus 100 attack. And there's not that much attack lying around here. Okay, we will do this eventually regardless. Okay. Okay, so this one should basically be free. No, we would like Poison Mist to be cheaper before we start messing with that. Okay, you're not cheaper until we get the eye. So we'll just take you out. This room... Steel Knights can be made cheaper. That's it. And only by a little bit. We do have to go through a Steel Knight. Well, I guess we've got puzzles like this one. Okay, we're not doing that. That's not what we wanted. Okay, just do that in order to avoid hitting the orb. There we go. That's one. Okay, what's going on here? We need all of these to be gone. I guess the idea here is that you want to hit the Opticons from behind. With the Mimic. I don't know about that one. If we hit the Opticons from behind with the Mimic, taking 200 damage. If we had 100 more attack. We'd only take them out 2 hits. It only saves us 100 each. Which is half of it, to be fair. Okay. Interesting that they target me. Well, I guess that's how that's supposed to go. Sure. One more for cheaper Steel Knight. And we made the mist cheaper, so let's just solve this puzzle, I guess. What's actually going on there? We need you to be our last hit. Weird. Okay, so the puzzle... I guess the puzzle... is to... whoops. Is to do something like this, then? Okay. Now that we're on 120... instead of, or 1,200 instead of 1,600, we come in here. It is really big, yes. Those are both technically worth it in terms of health. We'll worry about that later. Alright, and at this point, I guess attack actually doesn't make a difference now that we've got this sword. Radium Golem could get cheaper. But at this point, you guys don't matter. Cave Fagundo could theoretically get cheaper, but it would only be... I'd be saving 150. 10 attack gems. I'm just gonna go. Okay, so we need 5 blue keys if we go the other way. So as long as there is a blue key back here... more attack. Two blue keys, okay. So that confirms to me that I do have to spend the blue key here. Let's just spend all the required keys, see where we can go. Okay, well, those yellow keys are certainly not worth spending. Since it's only 300 to get back. More puzzles, okay. So now the question is really, how much more time am I gonna spend cleaning stuff up, or do I just go for the keys and go forward? Because I don't think getting all this attack... okay, I could have a free Beetle Queen, I guess. But like, getting all this attack... Oh, I remember this room being kind of tricky. So if we're not going down there, we just wasted 300. Okay, we could probably get the Cave Facundo cheaper, so I guess we will. We will start solving these puzzles and trying to get attack then. Okay, so... we want both of these held down. We could get you for free if we come around this way. Okay, before we do that... there's one. Okay, that didn't quite work. Indeed. I was gonna say we can use the tunnels, but now that you're awake, maybe not. I did this. No, you hit me. Not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, this whole approach was not right. So the hard one is to get an eye here. You're relatively easy. So maybe I just don't do you first. Maybe that was the problem. Because if I do you first... Okay, what if I bring you around like this? There we go. Alright, well let's do the puzzles first, I guess. So I need all three of these to be held down with the Guardians. My options for this are a Patrol Eye and... well, okay, a bunch of Patrol Eyes. And Scarab Eggs. So... how does this work? If we get a wall here, we can get 3 eggs here. That's not hard to do. If we never wake you up, this becomes a nice bucket. Then, okay, so we need to do some testing here first. Okay, you can push mirrors. So the way this is set up, we need one of you on each of these. And then when we hit this roach... okay, false. We can't actually just put a mirror here. That would be fine. That's unfortunate, because you're the one that... is least problematic, because we have the Scarab Eggs that we can use. Yeah, and with only two mirrors, we can't put a Patrol Eye on either of these. That doesn't really make sense. We could actually use Patrol Eyes for this. Okay, so maybe we just need... maybe this isn't nearly as bad as it looks. All we actually need here... okay, I guess if we don't want you to wake up, we can use this for now. Okay. So that's 2 down. And then for our third one... okay, if we do something like this, is this gonna work? First of all, let's get our slightly better setup here. Okay, maybe we want this angle. So the idea here is if we could somehow get you up here. Okay, we took a hit. No, because the idea is that we have you like that. Okay, this just isn't working. What if instead we did something like this? Well, that's terrible, because now I just got a bunch of you here, and I don't want to fight you. Right, so the idea was that we have an eye chasing us this way. Can I do something better with this mirror? This is really close to this. I mean, I guess we could temporarily do something like this, maybe? No, they pushed it. I mean, maybe I don't want you guys here yet. Like, I can just put a mirror here, so that feels like it's the least important one to have. And this one... yeah, I don't know. This one, we have to put a guardian here. Like, how... so, like, this one, this toggles here. We did this with an eye instead. Problem is that this column is so far over. So, like, if we put, like, a mirror here, or, like, a mirror is here and here, and had an eye here. Step here and it's over. Like, this is the only one that seems plausible to do with that kind of a thing. I could reposition you after getting more eggs. That is another option. I don't know how these eggs help me. Again, I'm just really not concerned about this. If I could somehow get a guardian on both of these. But then the question is, how do I split the guardians up? I guess if I wanted to split the guardians up. One way to do that would be if I had been faster. I mean, I could do that. The Guardians split up. Okay. Alright, mirror. Well, I now have one of you here. So now I can do this. Problem is... now I don't have a mirror. Also, you're gonna push that. Which could have been solved if I had done this further out. Can I even extract that mirror anymore? Okay, so now with that in place... if I do this... it looks good, however I can't move these, right? Because you're still active. Yeah, and there's no way to get anything else here. So I guess what I really wanted to do, because I did kill 4 of these, if I had made a cup here, I could have actually had one of you get stuck in here. Right? Right, I wasted some doing that stuff at the beginning, which I didn't need to do. So how do I avoid getting the, like, how do I split them up, I guess, is the question. Well, what happens... what happens if I do that? How do they respond to it? There. Let's just get that out of the way. So if we hit this diagonal, what happens? They slide that way. That's a little bit unfortunate. If they had horizontal preference instead of vertical preference, makes sense. It's the DROD standard. If it had been horizontal preference instead, then I could have gotten them to potentially slide around this. So I'd have one go in here, and the other ones would slide. Now I can use my sword to block you temporarily. Yeah, and that gets you to do some interesting things. Okay, that gets one of you over here. So there's one of you over here. Which still isn't far enough over. Like, I needed to do it from this tile. Means I'm having to take a hit from one of you guys. I think. No, not necessarily. I can be doing this and then I can do that. Because if I had you over here, then you would slide on this. But that only works if I have these eggs in position already. And even then, that just gets us the one. So I don't want you to slide. So really I want two of you over here. Okay, well, I think what that tells me, though, let's just get this set up. Okay, and now I release you when I'm in the area so that my sword can affect things. And I can use the mirror for this. Well, one mirror goes in that line for now. Okay, so I got one of you across. I still have another eye. So now the problem is just that you are... in the wrong spot. So using this mirror, if I can get both of you over here, is there a way a single mirror would let me do that? Okay, well if I did something like that... Problem is, you're going to... Yeah, you're gonna push it. And I can't use... Yeah, I can't use my body. It has to be my sword. Oh, what if I just do this? Ah, same problem. Really, the issue is I need this mirror as part of my plan. But I also need it to block you. Well, that works. Oh, wait. Huh. I'm close to having this figured out. Okay, if I put you there, and then do this, does it work? Doesn't quite... Doesn't quite work the way I want. I don't imagine doing it from here would be any better, though. Like, it gives me another turn. Okay, that did it. And I think that was the solution we were looking for. Because now if I do this, there we go. Okay, that was a rough puzzle. But we got it. $1,600, $400. Okay. 44. These adders could actually be cheaper. Since we're in this wing, we might as well finish. Finish off what we're doing here. Okay, nice green keys. Well, we have to pay that. Yeah, I guess that's just what it is. Okay, here. Free slicer guard would be nice. So what's actually going on here? I get to spend 3 green keys to save myself a single cortex. does make quite a difference. Well, we can make that cheaper. There seem to be research labs behind these blue doors. Okay. I mean, it was 100 for a yellow key. Still a profit. How are you looking? Pretty cheap, all things considered. 8 more attack gems before we get down there? Maybe. Well, we cleaned up that one side. We still have a bunch of stuff we could be picking away at here. Yeah, so I think I'm actually just gonna be done there for today. And, yeah, continue chipping away at this 10th level next time. I will see you then.